Hey, it's Parsnigam. Welcome to my YouTube channel Inforator. In my previous video, I've talked about what's innovation, why innovation is hard, what's the difference between innovation, invention, and discovery, and a lot more. If you have not seen my previous video, do check out my innovation series for a lot more interesting content. Also, do not forget to subscribe and press the bell icon of my channel. In my previous video, I've talked about a lot of theory on innovation. But the question is, where do you start? And how do you take your innovation to the market and innovate successfully? And today in this video, I'm going to answer that. The answer to this question is very simple. Innovation life cycle. In this video, I will be talking about innovation life cycle, which will help you innovate successfully by taking some tips from my past experience and take the theory which I have been talking about in the previous video to a practical level. Innovation is no magic. And the reason I'm going to talk about this is because this is the confusion spread by achievers into the mind of newbies. It's a big problem when you start believing in the achievers and what they say without actually getting your facts right. That is when you are sidetracked from your actual goal and towards the right orientation how to achieve that. I was talking to one of my friend, and he has achieved a big fat check and big fat recognition from his company, from his employer, and uh, and he was like all glad about it, talking to everyone that one fine day he woke up and he had this amazing idea which changed his life, and he was able to innovate successfully. Things naturally comes to him, and he does not have to put in effort for it. And talking to him for 10 minutes into the talk, I realized that that was not the case. So while I was talking to him, he mentioned that the problem he has solved was something discussed around a month back by his employer or his boss in one of their meetings. And then he kept on thinking for it few days, and then he dropped the idea. But in the back of his mind, it was always bothering him that he was not able to give a full shot to it, and he was not able to find a solution. And somewhere or the other, in the back of his mind, he was trying to find a solution to that problem. My point being, nothing happens out of a magic. You have to work towards it. And if you take a tried and tested organized approach towards something like innovation, it works out much better than when you try to execute it ad hoc. So in this video, that's what I will take you through few steps which you should take towards innovation. The first step towards innovation, or rather what I call it as step zero, is to locate the problem. So until you have a problem, what will you try to solve? And innovation is all about solution, right? So the first step or the step zero is locate the problem. The second step towards innovation is generating ideas. So once you have the problem, I would say bring your team together, start brainstorming, and then you may have a list of ideas. It's not that you will come up with that final idea in your first go. That is the big problem which people have. They think of one solution and then say, "Oh, okay, this is a fantastic solution. I will go about it." That's not the case. In my career, at least, I have never been able to solve a problem or take something to production or to market to my customers with a single solution. I have always tried many solutions, and then the best one with all the quality checks and everything, with acceptance of my bosses, of the stakeholders, of the product managers, or if it's a process change, that it involves project managers, it involves various other stakeholders. For example, if it's a process for engineers, it may involve feedback from engineers. So there's a lot of feedback loop which you have to take on all for few of the selected ideas, and then one of them will become the final outcome. Now the third idea, propose. I'm not talking about proposal. You can see out of the two images on the deck which one I'm referring to. So once you have this ideas generated, and you have evaluated, you've taken feedback, you have come to a conclusion that this is the one. That is when you have to take it to the stakeholders for uh, uh, basically getting it approved. So before you have to take something to get approved, you need a use case for that. So a lot of time we find a innovative solution to a problem, but many people have seen, especially engineers have seen, they are not able to generate a business case out of it, and that is when they never get a chance to work on the innovation. So this is a very important piece, especially for people who are engineers or uh, who are not from the business sort of things, to think through and create a business case and put that case into a proper proposal, take it to your management, take it to your senior leadership, take it to other stakeholders. These stakeholders may not only be always the leadership, but it may be your peers, your even juniors, and many more. So once you have that proposal approved, that is when you take the next step. And the next step is start implementing it. Get your team together, start implementing it. You just think through, like people usually think we got an idea, we implemented it. That's not how it works. You got an idea, you should generate multiple ideas first, then evaluate that, take the uh, ideas in a form of business use cases as a proposal to the stakeholders. Once you have this approval, that is when you start implementing it. So this is the key towards successful innovation. So once you have that implemented, the last and the final step is to take it to the market. That is when you will actually use it, right? So what is innovation? Innovation is you do something, you implement something, and then you commercialize it. So commercialization together with invention is called innovation. So you are inventing something but also able to commercialize it. I will give you an example. There was one of my friend, last year COVID has taken over everyone, and people have moved to work from home. So Microsoft has bumped up its team development a lot. So this product called Microsoft Teams has is taking over the market at a very good speed, and it provides a good amount of features. But this friend of mine, his company was traditionally working with the other IAM solutions and various other Excel sheets, and involves a lot of things lying here and there, which were fine until unless people are in office. It was easy to communicate. You go to a desk and you talk to. But now he wanted to use this collaboration tool, Teams. Set up a process. He defined all the all the rules and policies, how the team should be evaluated, brought down a lot of documentation created with the help of the L&D team and all that. And when he started rolling out, he just pumped it to everyone via emails and pushed it to the company, and that failed really bad, and no one adapted it. So that so he innovated from a traditional process to a new process, but no one adapted. So if no one is adapting it, what is the use of it, such a innovation, right? They came up with a strategy. They focused on a phased wide rollout and a very focused use case driven rollout. They talked to specific team, for example engineering, finance, and they showed them the use cases these team wanted to will achieve while using Microsoft Teams, and that is how they started a rollout. So slowly it became popular in 2 3 teams, and automatically few more teams started adapting without even doing the same exercise again. So that is where you have to bring in a strategy of how you take your innovation to market. Thinking through this step is very important, and I would say plays a key role in innovating successfully. Thanks a lot for watching my video, and stay tuned to my channel Inforator. Do subscribe and press the bell icon. Do like and share if you think this is useful in some or the other way. And please let me know if you are looking forward for any other content or any other topic which you want me to speak on. And thanks a lot. See you in the next video. Link to my profile is in the description below. Please connect with me.